Oh,
Have you not been here before, Jack?
no.
Okay.
Oh shit, you're right. You'll love
That is the
this.
first time we used that. Hi, I'm waiting for your introduction.
All right, then considering it's your first time, here is what you would know beforehand, and especially Chase. So I'll say, Jack, you have been here, but it's just
Yeah, I think this is the way he's most of the time hanging out when he's not outside.
yes. So
Yeah, this is where
you
Chase was
guys,
lab and home currently.
how you guys get here? You go through the metro, then you go down the metro into the sewers. So how it works, different layers. Layer 1, metro. Layer 2, sewers. And then below that, more layers, until finally there's
So
a
you go
tunnel.
like through old ruins of cities which used to be
Oh, yeah.
standing before them.
Yes.
That's cool.
And you finally reach part of one of the deeper sewer lines that DC has made. But you know that there is something else down here. And as you go through the tunnel, the door appears as if called. You go through it, and as soon as you go through it, the door behind you is gone. Your cards are going up. In 3, a 2, a 1. Boom.
I always take quite a liking in these paths we have to take. It's always like time traveling almost when you see all the different
Layers.
Sure.
Layers
Yeah.
of layers.
It is maybe an easier time. Or was an easier time.
Well, yeah. In the past,
you
it
need
was
to
an
take
easier
the path
time.
to the right.
But as I achieved something today, I bound Mr. Nightingale to Strago, which I hope he's pleased.
Wait, how the hell did you do that? He was already bound to the graveguard, wasn't he?
He is, but the one thing does not exclude the other. Mr. Nightingale seek control of his cursed being, and
Straight.
Strago decided to grant him that.
I'll turn it back on in a minute. They have the phones. Use them. I'm in middle of shit.
The wisdom of our master, Mr. Nightingale has sealed his fate.
Fair. I gotta clear some of this stuff out.
Eventually. I do start to believe that we maybe can even manipulate the guardians themselves to do our master's bidding. They seem quite
You
naive.
suddenly hear a disembodied voice saying, "Welcome."
Thank you, master.
Maybe. I've somewhat gained their trust, I believe. Well, at least they seem to trust me. I've gotten injured enough and fought alongside them enough times to the point where they somewhat trust me. And
That is something we for sure can use.
I wouldn't say we could probably control them completely due to their, well, one of their holy natures, or both of their holy natures. They're basically quite the opposite of us.
It's completely not the control we seek in completion. We seek more like tweaking.
They do things for us.
Indeed.
We solely nudge them to help us out. After all, we've helped them out.
You have returned.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Good. Tell me, what is happening on the surface?
I had the pleasure to speak to Mr. Nightingale. He was close to one of the artifacts, basically giving you the vision he saw.
In the dark, there where our reach is lessened, but not unavoidable.
The only thing I could not find out is where exactly he was going to. His mind was a mess. He was in his lichen state at the time being.
Ah, so the young Nirik is one of them, then.
He also accepted the offer made. He's now bound to your will, my lord.
Good. We might have need of someone with his skill set. Particularly the wolf. Not necessarily the man. The man is weak.
The typical Nirik, my lord.
Indeed. How goes the acquisitions? I have heard this. What are they called today? Callum Arms.
Indeed. This organization, which in the past used to serve your will, is still active.
Yes, I do believe they are actually right above us.
Indeed, it's a wonder that they never changed the location, but something seemed to have to keep it in place. But I believe, sire, you know better than us why.
Oh, my children. It is time you knew at the very least something. You see these Callum. They have built upon the foundations of one of our highest towers. In their, well, basement hides an entrance hidden from all to see. An entrance we could utilize and perhaps gain a foothold on the surface world. But
I heard about such doors, but to my knowledge, decades ago, the knowledge how to create them was lost.
indeed,
I forget, isn't Calamar's currently run by one of our houses? Well, a vampire house at least, not one that's under our control yet, but one of them at least.
I believe maybe the information you gathered could bring light to it.
I
If
can
you
look
allow me
into
to
it.
look over them.
indeed. It is
Ah,
a
yes.
strange
I
occurrence.
Recently, Celeste has given me a bunch of documents from that graveyard's burial site we went to. I was sent to investigate. Unfortunately, the striker there was already killed, but
This
this
is
is what
one
she
of
decrypted from the files from
that
the
is
rules.
one of the informations I needed to tell you, sir. The graveyard is still a thing.
I've already
I
informed him.
see.
I informed him the last time I was here.
Indeed. But they are less in numbers this time. Only a
And
handful. However, there is one still alive. that may form a problem. Tell me, what do you two know about the Redeemer?
Don't say that asshole's a
Yes.
fucking lie. Even I fucking know that name. Fucking Inquisitors always fucking hated that asshole. One that doesn't
There's
follow the
myths.
rules like the others.
There's myths in the Golden Empire, but most of the knowledge is highly restricted by the Inquisition.
Well, like I
For
said,
your
you put
knowledge,
me in their
then,
ranks.
one of Chase's pursuers from the Golden Empire has apparently reached these shores. A grave guard only known by the title of Redeemer. A madman for humans, as far as it goes. Efficient. Unfortunately so.
Do you wish us to plot his demise, sire?
I don't think you understand, Raymond.
Potentially.
That might be more difficult than we'd think. Even the Inquisitors couldn't touch him. Oh,
What
we never bothered trying to.
I would suggest is, considering what I've heard, at least, his story is muddied, quite strange.
I could potentially still keep running my, well, play of trying to somewhat befriend Sebastian. The one that doesn't seem to mind me.
Allow Sebastian, Mr. Grimm, to make contact with the Redeemer. If I am not mistaken, Redeemer is Old Testament. As in, while the current graveyard of this day and age seem interested in keeping those cursed and afflicted alive and to cure them, the Redeemer does not. Old Testament graveguards, they tend to cleanse rather than treat. Perhaps they will come to conflict, and perhaps Mr. Grimm will solve our problem for us.
Potentially.
Perish, and there will be one less graveguard to deal with. But be careful.
My lord.
The Redeemer is no laughing matter.
The document Trace was able to obtain from this Dragoi. It seems like you just had a very lucky hand with what you grabbed.
Do tell.
It tells that the houses have formed a free council. Well, those who do not respect your rule over them, renegades, I would call them.
I see.
It seems
And
like
so
some
they
of
don't
my
wish
kind
to join
forgot.
forward.
Chase,
Yes, so
if you are this close to Mr. Grimm, why don't the two of you figure out a way to get rid of our little family problem?
I could also potentially use what we talked about, Raymond, when we were entering. Potentially asking the Guardians and their friends for, well, a helping hand. After all, we're helping them. So it's only right they also help us in the return.
This is actually a very good idea. My lords and Chase, we can maybe two flies, one hit. This information you can share it with the Graveguard and the Guardians. This way you raise your trustworthiness in their eyes, even future, in both levels.
And then
Be
potentially
careful with your
ask them if they can
words.
help us out. I've been careful. I'm always careful. And with the play I'm also doing with trying to gather specifically the leaders of each, well, group that keep going into the anomaly and hitting the devil's eyes. Currently I've got two of the leaders and Aridin, so both Guardians and Gao Gao, ready to go back inside the anomaly and talk to, well, your counterpart. After all, I'm still trying to befriend him. And if my planning is correct, I believe they might be going into the anomaly again soon.
We
If
just
the
have to
schedule
be
stays on.
careful. We cannot lose an anomaly to retain the artifacts before we have gathered them all. If it closes beforehand, that would be an issue.
Do not worry. What they have called the in-between is something that cannot be fixed. Not anymore. It may be shut for a while, but there's always space between the lines.
Actually, on that
We
note,
have chances.
we might have an issue with that as well. While I was, well, skulking the shadows, watching them deal with the anomaly when it showed up last time, one of them opened a weird portal and felt off. A doorway.
Impossible. Without a
Aradin
guardian?
did.
No.
It was Aradin.
The
How was it?
Guardian
How did you figure that out without a mentor? That's almost impossible.
Wait. And he flips a page. And the nail goes over the page. And you can see a very thick, sticky glob of ink coming out. Attached to the page. The interloper. The man. What was his name?
The announcer.
No. Richard Allen's.
Oh,
The original body of the demon.
Isn't he
Or at
just a
least-
mess of his former self?
Yes. But he has
he
been
what?
touched. I see now. He edited the Guardian.
He can do that?
In a sense. I have no idea how Mr. Allen's has gotten his hands on. Mr. Allen's might have in his possession the pen. How he came across it.
Maybe
that
it
is a
is.
story for another day.
If that pen is currently located somewhere where Mr. Nightingale could see it, and Mr. Richards also has a pen, that means there is two of them, and one of them is not belonging to you, sir.
If there are two, that complicates things.
But who else would have such a pen?
Who else? But the one above all.
But with his tool stolen, doesn't that make him unable to interfere with all our plans? Isn't that a good thing?
It is. However, as you may have seen, having it in the wrong hands will cause many more issues than needed. We cannot go forward with any real plans until the anomaly has been taken care of.
So that means this madman could write us out of existence at any given second we are standing here.
Yes.
Doesn't he only
and
rewrite
no.
towards the anomaly? So technically speaking, we're the newer timeline.
His mind is too addled. He does not realize the power in his hand. He tries to undo his fate. And in return, he's only broken the world further. He only rages and weeps and cries and suffers. The Guardians and their companions need to redouble their efforts. They need to destroy the story elements that are keeping this story in place.
Do you wish
For it to
me
be able to
to
be reset.
meet up with the Guardians, perhaps with Mr. Chase, and make clear how urgent this matter is? Of course, not with the all informations.
I do believe they are already aware how urgent it is. For you see, years upon years, the demon is weak. The original, well, not the original, the current one, not the one of the shadows. Weakened, completely and utterly being driven insane for his want and lust for power and his love for the things that he has. The other has all the power, but no love.
Is there something we can do to aid your cause, sire?
For now, we must build our numbers. Remove Strigoi. At least those that will not submit.
I believe this is in Mr. Shea's hands. Is there something you have as task for me?
I wish to come into contact with an old friend. He too is quite weakened, but I think you can find his whereabouts. Find Sherek.
What?
I assume the
Why the
way to
why?
Zurich.
Why Sarek?
As I said, I wish to speak to an old friend. It has been so many years.
So I will have to go to Bestic for that. He's the best connection we have.
Very well. Do not alert the demon to your intentions. Simply let him know that his progenitor might be able to offer some insight.
And when he goes to see him, I can follow.
Indeed.
And will be done, my lord. And before I forget, Mr. Valanor has given me this. He said it is a seed of life for those who seek shelter.
I see. When repairs are finished, we will plant this in the courtyard. And things will grow indeed. Now, off with the both of you. Lead me to my studies.
For work, we have to commit back to the city.
Yes, sir.
And do be careful.
We will be, my lord.
The city is slippery in this time of year.
Try to stay in the shadows we used to know.
Shadows.
Yes. I believe of the two of us, you have some more easier task.
No, I don't.
You just have to take out a courtyard of rebellious elders, while I have to
Hey,
to this lesser demon.
just because I wouldn't say I have the easier task. After all, I'm still not sure if they fully trust me. Gaining the trust is more difficult than you think. Some trust me, some don't. Some look at me with, I'm an ally, but not someone to be trusted. I can try my best, but
Well, you said we came to the conclusion that you go with the Grave Guard and the
Guardians?
Guardians.
Yeah, I know.
Which of those beings would be
The Guardians are
to
the
put it
easy
bluntly,
one. Sebastian, 50-50. Not sure about him yet. I need to talk to him more.
which of those beings is dumbest?
I'm not sure about Sebastian. Like I said, I haven't talked to him enough. Garrus, he's gullible. Aaron's too smart.
Then you have your way in, which is through Garrus. Make him. How do they do that? Make him feel important, like he can change something. Those guardians are always. Oh, we have to help the people in need. Draw them a picture of what they would like to see. People in need, they can help. Knowledge to be found can be used for the better of man and of their world and surroundings. Draw a picture they enjoy and like, and if they
Make
want
them feel like they
believe it,
need to do
will.
this, so, nothing big happens. As they're already dealing with a lot, and if they don't help, well, things could get even worse.
Well, you have a possibility in front of you, my friend. There is this council raging in the shades, monsters, strigoi. You don't even have to draw a ugly
I don't
picture
even
of them.
draw an
We
ugly
all
picture.
we-
We already know, they already know, considering both Nightingale, Sebastian, and I believe Celeste's name already dealt with one.
That means give a partly truth with lies. Make them seem like a threat which has to be terminated and not reasoned with. And
I can
then
work with
lead
that.
them to the indeed, and then make them go to the council and kill those rebellious beings.
I can do that. And while they do that, I'm gonna hunt down the weaker ones, the ones that are separated from the council, the ones that still refuse to join or haven't picked a side.
Well, I
Either
would
convince them to
wait
join us or
with
kill them.
that.
Actually, either one works.
I would wait with the killing part of the more independent houses until we have done this example to the Great Council. We need numbers.
Not the
and
other
some of
houses. I
them-
mean the Strigoi that similar to the one I found in that single site on his own. I mean ones like
I mean-
him who refuse to rejoin either house. Either I convince them to join us, or well, take them
mean,
out before they join
maybe-
the house. That we don't want
I
them
would
in.
hunt. I would hunt for them after you have taken care of the council, because after I showed your strength and what you're capable of doing, those animals, also known as Strigoi, are more to take you serious. They see you then as an alpha and will not even dare to look you in a funny way. Just show them what you're capable of, and you have easy going with those lesser of our kind.
Fair.
And meanwhile, I have to go reason with the brick-headed orange hat. Yes.
Please. You can do that. You did it all the time in the past.
I did, but it doesn't mean I like it. Now, with my self being blessed by our master, I came to the conclusion that maybe the world would be better without him. Because in the long run, if I'm can dare to think for the future, which usually our master can only do, Theric might pose his friend a threat to the plans eventually. And if our
Well-
master decides
Remember though,
to
I don't have this for no reason. You know why I have this, and you know that it has to something to do with him.
the thing is, we only know a fraction of what our master is capable of, and I do believe in the future his plans might collide with what our beloved Theric calls the balance, so he might be a threat to our plans in the future. And if Theric
If he is a
was
threat to
meet
us, then that means I'm a threat as well. Remember,
I
I'm
do
only
remember
partially
it,
controlled by
but
you and them.
the thing is, there is a future where you can be free of this curse.
I would like nothing more than that.
And if our master decides to free you of this curse with having the Theric meet his demise eventually, it would need someone to step into his spot, which is our friend Mr. Bestic. And if he
Wasn't
was
really the
to
best
meet
idea
his
for him to take in the
demise- Yes, but if Mr. Bestic meets his demise before that, then the throne remains empty, and our master can use his free will to fill this spot with whoever he pleases. Even if he decides to keep it, that is.
Fair enough.
So I still have to play kindergarten with that orange bastard. Did you know that back in the day I only gave him that bar because I wanted to kill him? I hope the gangs would do the work for me, but
Never happened, did it?
Self. It never did happen, but my older self, before I was freed by our master by of such emotions, started to like him. But I'm free of
What
it
is with the
now.
other self, by the way? Is he still around, correct?
Well, he is stored in a safe place.
Another thing
Not
you'll have to
even
keep an eye out
I'm-
for.
Well, I believe our master knows where, but not even I am told that kind of information.
Fair enough. Anyway, I'm gonna go up back out into the anomaly. I have a task to complete. I'll see
Good
you later,
hunting.
Raymond.
Very well. I will try to organize some shinies to appease the ginger cunt.
Well, he's a mercenary. Just give him money, and he'll do anything.
Indeed. Right, little orange lapdog. We're gonna see if you do our bidding.
And goes down.
Cat's down.
Very nice.
Ha 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 ha.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was a cool scene. Not gonna lie.
Yes.
I love plotting as vampires. It's great. It's so good.
Yeah, he's
Let
not
me
a
end my
friend of
stream.
Mystic anymore. That friendship is